Dear student friends, in this lecture we will see the important theorem in the vector space related to kernel and range of a linear transformation. In particular, it is related to rank and nullity of a linear transformation. That is, relation between rank and nullity of a linear transformation. For that, we require kernel and range of a linear transformation. So first we will see what is kernel and range of a linear transformation. So kernel of a linear transformation is nothing but the set of all vectors u belongs to u, set of all vectors u belongs to u, for which t of u is equal to 0. Kernel of a linear transformation is again called a null space of T. That is, in words, the set of vectors in the U that are mapped into the 0 vector of phi is called kernel of T. See here, where T is a linear transformation from U to V. T is a linear transformation from U to V. This is the kernel. Now we are going to see a range of a linear transformation. A range of a linear transformation or image of a linear transformation is the set of all vectors Tu, set of all vectors Tu where U belongs to U. So this is also called an image of a linear transformation or range of a linear transformation. In words, the set of vectors in phi that are images of vectors in U is called range of T. The range of T is denoted by range T or IMT, image of T. So in the next slide we will see definition of rank of a linear transformation. What do you mean by rank of a linear transformation? A rank of a linear transformation is nothing but the dimension of the range space of T. It is denoted by RT. Similarly, dimension of dimension of null space of T is called nullity of T. Nullity of T is nothing but the dimension of kernel of T or null space of T. It is denoted by NT. Now we are going to see what is the rank nullity theorem. What is the relation between NT and RT? For that, we require the two vector spaces. Let U and phi be a two vector spaces. U and phi be a two vector spaces or R. R is the set of real numbers. And let T from U to phi be a linear transformation. And U be a finite dimensional vector space. Finite dimensional vector space means it is generated by finite number of vectors. That is, dimension of this space U is finite. A finite number, not infinity. That is, the basis vector contains finite number of elements. Then what happens? Then this range of T is a subspace of phi. Null space of T is a subspace of U. Then this rank of T plus nullity of T is nothing but the dimension of U. This dimension of U. So, in the proof part, the proof is very simple. given that U is a finite dimensional vector space, so therefore suppose dimension of U is equal to n. Dimension of U is equal to n. And see here, kernel of T is a subspace of U. Since dimension of U is n, kernel of T is again a finite dimensional. So suppose dimension of kernel of T is equal to k. Obviously this k is less than or equal to n. Suppose u1 u2 uk b is equal to u1 u2 uk is a basis of kernel of T. Then we know that this kernel of T is in U and B is a basis. Basis means linearly independent set. Since B is a linearly independent set in U, we can extend it to form a basis of U. Since k is less than or equal to n, k is equal to n, then no doubt if k is less than n, we can add some factors to this vector B, to this set B, so that expanded set is a basis of U. So for that's why we consider B1 is equal to U1, U2 and so on UK. We have added these n minus k vectors. We have added these n minus k vectors UK plus 1, UK plus 2 and so on UN to B. So we get this B1, U1, U2, UK plus 1 and so on is an extended basis of U. Let B2 is equal to, we have taken B2 as T of UK plus 1. These are elements of U, so we can take images. T of UK plus 1, T of UK plus 2, T of UN. Now we are going to say this B2 is a basis of image of T. What is our claim? Claim is a short target. Our claim is this B2 is equal to T of UK plus 1, T of UK plus 2 and so on. T of UN is a basis of image of T. So consider, we are going to prove that B2 is a basis of image of T. So we have to prove that, first we have to prove that B2 is linearly independent. For that we consider alpha k plus 1 T of UK plus 1, alpha k plus 2 T of UK plus 2 and so on alpha n T of UN is equal to 0. Now we are going to prove that all alpha k plus 1, alpha k plus 2, alpha n are 0. Then this set B2 is linearly independent. That is the vectors T of UK plus 1, T of UK plus 2, T of UN are linearly independent. So since T is a linear transformation, what we get? Since T is a linear transformation, this expression is nothing but T of alpha k plus 1 UK plus 1, alpha k plus 2 UK plus 2 and so on alpha and UN equal to 0. See here, image of this vector, image of this vector under T is 0 means what? This vector alpha k plus 1 UK plus 1 alpha k plus 2 UK plus 2 belongs to kernel of T. So belongs to kernel of T, but B is a basis of kernel of T. Therefore this B is a basis containing the vectors U1, U2, UK. So this alpha k plus 1 UK plus 1, alpha k plus 2, UK plus 2 and so on alpha and 1 expressed as a linear combination of U1, U2, UK. So therefore there exists the scalars alpha 1, alpha 2. There exist scalars alpha 1, alpha 2 and so on alpha k such that this vector alpha k plus 1 UK plus 1, this vector is a linear combination of these vectors, that is this vector alpha k plus 1 UK plus 1 and so on alpha and UN is equal to this alpha 1 UN plus alpha 2 UK plus and so on alpha k UK. For some scalars alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha, for some scalars alpha 1 alpha 2, here alpha k is here. Already we have taken alpha k plus 1. This implies that after some simplification we get, taking all these terms to the left side, minus alpha 1 u1 minus alpha 2 u2 minus alpha k uk plus and so on, alpha k plus 1 uk plus 1 plus alpha k plus 2 uk plus 2 and so on, alpha n even equal to 0 bar. So this implies that this is here, this is just a linear combination of the whole vectors in B2. This is a linear combination of u1, u2, uk, uk plus 1, uk plus 2 and un. And this linear combination is 0, but u1, u2, uk plus 1 are in B1, that is the basis of u. So these are linearly independent. So these are linearly independent means what? This expression equal to 0 gives you minus alpha 1 equal to 0, minus alpha 2 equal to 0 and so on, minus alpha k equal to 0. And similarly alpha k plus 1 is 0, alpha k plus 2 is 0, alpha n is 0. So this implies that alpha k plus 1, thus this vector, thus B2 is equal to T of uk plus 1, T of uk plus 2 and so on. T of un is linearly independent because this expression equal to 0 only if all scalars in this expression are 0. This implies that B2 is linearly independent. Next is, we will show that B2 spans image of T. B2 is an image of T, B2 spans image of T. So for that we have considered a factor. B2 spans means what? Every factor, we have to show that every vector phi belongs to image of T can be expressed as a linear combination of these vectors. Linear combination of these vectors. So then B2 spans image of T. So for that consider let phi belongs to image of T be any vector. Phi belongs to image of T means what? Phi is in image of T means there exists a vector u belongs to u such that T of u is equal to phi. So, but u belongs to u and un u2, u belongs to u and un u2, see here, u belongs to u and un b1 is equal to u1 u2 uk plus 1 uk plus 2 is a basis of a vector phi. So therefore this vector u can be expressed as a linear combination of these vectors. So there exist some scalars. Some scalars are real numbers beta 1, beta 2, beta n such that u is equal to beta 1 u1 plus beta 2 u2 plus and so on beta k uk plus and so on beta k plus 1 uk plus 1 plus and so on beta n un. So this implies that, see here, T of u is equal to phi, u is this, u is now beta 1 u1, T of u is beta 1 u1 plus beta 2 and so on beta k plus 1 uk plus 1 plus and so on beta n un equal to phi. This implies that since T is a linear transformation, this beta 1 is a scalar taking outside, so beta 1 T of u1, beta 2 T of u2 and so on, beta k T of uk plus and so on, beta k plus 1 T of uk plus 1 plus and so on, beta n T of u1 is equal to phi since T is a linear transformation. So what this implies that? But u1, u2, these vectors are from where? u1, u2, uk up to uk are vectors from kernel of T. So their images are 0. So beta 1 into T of u1 is 0, beta 2 into T of u2 is 0, beta k into T of uk is 0, but these are not from kernel of T. So beta k plus 1 T of uk plus 1, beta and so on beta n un. This is the only we are left with this. So this is beta 1 into 0 0, beta 2 into 0 0 and we will get, so this is equal to beta k plus 1 uk plus 1 and plus and so on beta n un equal to phi. So what you get here? Phi is equal to beta k plus 1, t of uk plus 1 and so on t of u. What is phi? Phi is any vector here. B is any vector. For that any vector we will get a any vector. For that any vector in image of t we get the scalars beta k plus 1 and so up to beta n, such that phi is a linear combination of vectors in B2. So B2 spans image of t. So how many vectors this B2 contains? This B2 contains, see here, B2 contains, we have taken from k plus 1 to n and we have removed k vectors from n vectors. So this B2 contains n minus k vectors. So from 1 and 2 what we have? T of uk B2 is equal to T of uk plus 1, T of uk plus 2 and so on T of uk and so on T of uk is a basis of V. So therefore dimension of image of T is equal to number of vectors. What is dimension of image of T? Number of vectors in basis B2. Now we are going, B2 is a basis of image of T. So how many vectors B2 contains? N minus k vectors. So dimension of image of T or range of T is nothing but rank of T. Rank of T is nothing but, what is n here? N is nothing but, this n is nothing but dimension of U. What is k? K is a dimension of kernel of T. So rank of T is equal to dimension of U minus dimension of kernel of T is nothing but the nullity of T. Nullity of T. So what we will get? Nullity of rank of T. This nullity of T is taken to left side plus nullity of T is equal to dimension of U. Hence the proof. Thank you.